Hello friends, I'm Dr. Sonica Krishan. I want to discuss with you today about your diet because we are different people, we are different constitutions altogether. According to Ayurveda, we have to decide our diet in accordance that would be suitable to our basic dosha. We are either Vata dosha or we are Pitta dosha or Kapha dosha. Vata dosha is air, body humor, Pitta dosha is fire and Kapha dosha is flame. So we should be eating the food every day in accordance to our basic dosha that makes up our basic personality. This is because there's an ancient saying that if diets are wrong, medicines are of no use, and if diets are right, the medicines are of no need. It is so right in itself, and according to Ayurveda, now let me tell you that according to Ayurveda, your doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha, all the three doshas, they need to be balanced all the time. Try to inculcate the diet as well as lifestyle that can keep the doshas in balance, because once the doshas lose their balance, this causes problems, this causes disease. And if you want to stay healthy, your diet has to be taken care of. Now there are 2 points you should consider. One is that when you're taking diet, now if you're taking the diet that is having similar properties to the dosha, any particular dosha you are, if you're taking the diet in a similar properties of the dosha, what will happen? Because like increases like, so what will happen? The dosha that is already in your system will be aggravated more, and that aggravated dosha will fall out of balance, and this is how the diseases set in. And once the dosha is imbalanced, now the number 2 point, if the dosha is imbalanced, if you are already suffering from some kind of ailments or diseases, now how diets can help to bring them back into balance, the basic doshas. If you're taking the diet that is not having the similar properties of the basic dosha that is affected or already aggravated or imbalanced in your system, so that kind of diet will actually help to reduce the aggravation and bring back your dosha into balance, and that is how you can be healthy always. So friends, please understand that take your diet very much in accordance to your three basic doshas. You could be either Vata dosha type or Pitta type or Kapha dosha type. Yes friends, now let us talk about the three doshas, the Vata dosha, Pitta dosha and Kapha dosha. Now which type are you? Are you a Vata type of a person? Because if you are a Vata type, you would have an erratic balance. Vata is erratic, and that is why your digestion or the Agni, that is Visham Agni. Visham Agni is erratic digestion. It can be good sometimes, it can be sometimes really awful. So you should understand that what type of diet would be suitable for you. Because the basic qualities of Vata dosha, Vata is cold, Vata is rough, Vata is light. So you have to take the diet that is just the opposite. It has to be warm, it has to be unctuous or a little oily, and it has to be heavy, somewhat heavy. So, and another point, now Vata dosha is, it needs some kind of energizing your system. You need to keep yourself energized because it is erratic. It is a little unstable. So try to take more of a nutritive and potent diet that is good for you. Another thing, you have to take some herbs that are going to help to keep your mind and body balanced. These herbs like that, the herbs that are actually intellect promoting, they are actually good for your nervous system. Herbs like Brahmi, like Shank Pushpi, like Ashwagandha, they are actually good for you. Please inculcate these herbs in your everyday diet. And about the tastes also, I want to share, because there are 6 tastes that we are taking every day in our diets. Madhur, Amla, Lavan, Tikht, Katu and Kashai. These are the 6 tastes. Or the sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter and astringent. Now, if you are a Vata type person, you can be taking the first 3 tastes more in your diet. That is, that the sweet, sour and salty. Take them more and take less of pungent, bitter and astringent. That is the diet that is actually good for you. And otherwise, for Vata, oil is actually considered to be the best. So the oil also, it has to be some warming oil because Vata is cold, and oil is needed because Vata is rough. So you should be taking more of some warm oil like sesame seed oil, that is the telum, or the mustard oil, that is the sarson tel. You could be taking these oils in your diet more often, and also try to keep your digestion invigorated by taking more of stimulating and digestive herbs and condiments and spices. I'll be coming up, I'll just tell you, I'll read out a complete chart for you, and this will help you to decide the diet for you. Now some tips for the Pitta dosha type. Because if you're a Pitta dosha type, this means that your Agni, or the basic gastric fire, that is Tikshan Agni, that is more invigorated, that is just naturally. So in that case, you need to take the diet with specific different rules, that is would be different from the Vata dosha or the Kapha dosha. Now the first I would suggest is you should need to snack more often. You are having more of fire in your system. Your Agni is very thick, very fast, invigorated. This will digest right away. You're luckily having so much of nice Agni, but then if you don't add fuel, so that your Agni is going to create a problem for your entire system. So snack more often, and because otherwise what will happen? You could be going into hypoglycemia because of your more fire in your system, and then there could be symptoms like irritation and lot of weakness could be there. So the Pitta types need to be taking snack. They should be taking more of you keep a regularity in your system for your diets. You should be taking care of your regular diets, and because as oil is good for Vata, I just told you. Similarly, ghee is good for Pitta, specifically the cow's ghee, because this is cooling. Also, this is balancing for the Pitta dosha. Take more often in your diet. Even the milk and milk products are good for you. You can take them. If we consider about the tastes, the six out of the six tastes, Madhur, Amla, Lauratik, Katu, and Kashaya, or the sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. Now you could be taking, and rather you should be taking more of sweet, bitter, and astringent diet. That is actually good for you. And try to take less of the other three tastes. That is pungent, sour, and salty. That's good for you. And also, now you can be taking more of sweet foods and succulent fruits. A lot of fruit juices are good for you. The cooling, the soothing diets, they are actually good for you. I'll just read out the entire chart. That is actually good for you. So these were the diet tips for the Pitta dosha. Now the diet tips for the Kapha dosha. Are you a Kapha dosha type? Because Kapha dosha, if you are a very slow and steady kind of a person. You need to imbibe the diet as well as lifestyle that will keep you going, will keep you energized, and more of activities needed. Similar is for your diet, because as I just told that in case of Vata dosha, the Agni is the normal gastric fire, that is Vishma Agni. In case of Pitta dosha, it is Tikshna Agni. But in case of Kapha dosha, that is the flame body humor, it is Manda Agni. Your Agni is not really good. That is naturally very slow and steady, as you are also as an individual. So this Agni needs extra, stimulus to keep it working, to keep it invigorated. So you should be knowing some good diet tips for yourself also. Of the 6 days, as for the Vata, sweet, sour, and salty are good, and the other 3 are not good. In this case, in your case, it is just the opposite. Rather, the tastes are bitter, pungent, and astringent. They are considered good for you. You have to be very strict for yourself, taking consideration for the diet, because you have to take long gaps also. When you're eating food, try to maintain good intervals, because with this kapha digestion is very slow, very steady. It takes its own time to digest the food, and then if you add food at that time, that is how the problems could be created. So try to be choose for yourself the right taste, and you don't have to, like I told in Pitta, that you should be taking snack in your diet. You should snack more often. In case of Kapha, it's just the opposite. You do not need to snack at all. Try not to snack. Only then your digestion would be good. I just told you about the taste also, and the diet that is rough, that is pungent, that is actually hot, warm or hot. That is good for you. It has to be dry, and it has to be more potent, more stimulating. So try to inculcate more of the herbs and spices that are actually good for you. That it would give stimulus to the everyday diet. So now I'll share with you about the diet chart for the three dosha types, the Vata type. Now the diet plan for the Vata type. Favorable tastes for you: sweet, salty and sour. The properties: warm, nourishing and unctuous diet. Action: the diet needs to be hot in action. Fruits: the fruits actually good for you, like apples, bananas, papaya, grapes. The vegetables: less of ground sugars, take less raw vegetables. Cereals: red rice, wheat, black gram, ragi. Drinks: buttermilk and warm soup is good for you. Milk products: curd, paneer, that is the cottage cheese, butter, buttermilk, ghee. Recommended spices: it has to be moderate intake. Kitchen herbs: asafoetida, that is hing, large cardamom, that is the badi elaichi, and fennel, that is sauf. Pulses: take them in moderation. Avoid Bengal gram. Pulses like urad dal, the white chana, take them less. Dry fruits: take them very little. Sweets are fine for you. Fats: you can take oil, ghee and butter. Diets to avoid: dry and cold foods and carbonated drinks. Diet intake pattern: eat small meals but more frequently. Now this was the diet plan for the Vata types. Now diet plan for the Pitta type. Favorable tastes: sweet, bitter and astringent. The properties of food: cold, potent and heavy. Action: cold. The fruits: take less citrus, lemon, oranges, etc. Vegetables: most gourds, cucumber, spinach, green leafy vegetables are good for you. Cereals: red rice, wheat, barley, suji, oats. Drinks: fruit juices, cold drinks, coconut water is good for you. Milk products: ghee is very good for you. Spices: take less. Kitchen herbs: less of garlic, that is lasun, and asafoetida, that is hing. Pulses: avoid horse gram and flat beans. Horse gram is kulthi dal. Dry fruits: take in moderation. Sweets: sugar cane and jaggery, especially the shakkar, that's good for you. Fats: ghee you can be taking, and less of mustard oil. Diet to avoid: hot, spicy foods and wines. Diet intake pattern for the Pitta types: sustain normal blood sugar, Eat regularly. Now let me come over to the diet plan for the Kapha type. Now diet plan for the Kapha type. The favorable tastes: pungent, bitter and astringent. The properties of the food: hot, potent and light diet. Action: the food or the diet that is hot in action. Fruits: take less to moderate and only during the daytime. Vegetables: most of the gourds, onion, ginger, garlic, radish and less potatoes. Cereals: wheat, oats, less of rice and black gram. Drinks: hot and spiced soup with ginger, pepper, lemon and add honey. Milk products: only in moderation. Spices: more is needed. Kitchen herbs: holy basil, that is tulsi, curry leaves and mint, that is pudina. Pulses are mostly good for you. Dry fruits, take them less. Sweets: honey is advised to you. Fats, take them less. Diet to avoid: cold foods, creamy foods, desserts, carbonated and frozen foods, take them less. And diet intake pattern: maintain proper gaps because of your slow digestion. So friends, this was the diet charts for you, specific for the Vata types, for the Pitta types and for the Kapha types. Please decide for yourself and take in the diet every day that is actually good for you. Because we are all the basic doshas, we are either of the three basic dosha types, and accordingly we can decide for ourselves. This chart that I just shared with you right now, this is from my books. I've authored 2 books on the subject of doshas. One is Healing Through Ayurveda, Tips for Dosha Understanding and Self-Care, and the second one is Healthy Living Through Dosha Healing Ayurveda. So know your dosha, know the diet that's good for you, and this is going to help you to keep yourself healthy, more energetic, more invigorated and more happy in all the situations. This will be help for you. Always remember that for the Vata dosha, because you have an erratic digestion, you have to take care. You should be taking small meals at regular intervals. You can be grazing more often, and you can be taking oil is good for you. In case of Pitta dosha, you can snack more often because you have an Dikshan Agni. That is a very much invigorated fire. You already have it in your abdomen. So you snack more often and take the diet I just advised you. And ghee is actually good for you. And in case of Kapha dosha, you have to be very strict for yourself because you have a slow digestion, you have a Mandagni. In that case, whatever the diet you're having, it takes time to digest. Give yourself long intervals, and as oil is good for Vata, ghee is good for Pitta, honey is good for Kapha. So any kind of a sweetener, if you have to take some sweet foods, take honey. That is actually good for balancing Kapha. So friends, it was really nice talking to you. I'm sure this diet tips will be of great use for you. You can always write an email to me if you want to discuss something. That my email address is sonicakrishan@gmail.com, and my website is www.drsonicakrishan.com. So thank you.